Hey, this is Frank from Max Digital, and I wanted to make you a quick video because I think I see a good opportunity for you to take business away from your top competitor online. All right, so let's just, before we jump in, let me just tell you this is a free video that I do to help small businesses. There's no obligation to purchase anything here. I send these out because some business owners see the value in the information that I provide, but don't have the time to implement the strategies or ideas that I mentioned here. But you are free to implement them on your own if you'd like. If you do need help, I'm happy to help you as well, but I just ask for one line of feedback once you've had a chance to watch this video. All right, so let's jump right in. Okay, so here is when I Google plumber in Pineville, North Carolina, this is the results page that comes up, and there are 3 sections here that I wanted to walk you through. And before I even do that, let me just tell you that 90% of the searchers online are going to click out on a business that shows up on the first page. So you want to be in one or more of these 3 sections. So the first section is paid advertisement, and the only way to get into that is by paying Google. So I'm not going to focus on that right now. Second section here is what's known as the Google Map Pack, and to get into this section, you need to have a Google business profile. It needs to be filled out as much as possible with your company name, address, phone number, hours of operation, services that you offer, uploaded photos, and as many customer reviews as possible. And then the other thing that Google is looking for is to see how many online registries that your company is registered with. Sites like Yelp, yellowpages.com, Angie's List, those kinds of things. In the Google Map Pack, you might see an advertisement like you do here, but aside from that, there's always going to be 3 businesses listed here, and these are the ones with the strongest profile. So that is an area that you could definitely set up pretty easily yourself, actually. The next area is what's known as the organic listing, and you might see like some of these generic sites, like I just mentioned, Angie's List, Yelp.com, but then you get down to actual businesses here and actual businesses' websites. So to be included in this ranking here, you want to have it's going to be based on who's got the strongest website. And Google's looking at 2 things when they consider a website strength. One is the content they have on the site, the amount of content, how relevant the content is, as well as the number of backlinks. And backlinks I'll get into in a little bit, but let me just first stick with the first point there with content. So I had looked at your website here, and I see that you've got a lot of you got good things on here, like the click to call button. I saw you had a forms list down below, so if somebody could schedule an appointment with you. You have some pictures which are good, and so it looks professional. The only thing is it's not going to be shown up as or deemed by Google as an expert site, most likely, unless you had more than your competition, which you may in this case. We'll look at that in a second, but they are looking, when they look for an expert, they're looking for who's got authority, and they judge that by the volume of content on your site, the number of words, for example. They're looking for a minimum of 1,500 words on your home page, at least for areas where, in maybe larger cities where you've got a lot of competition. Then obviously also they're looking for the keywords that are being searched by buyers. So those are 2 things that you want to focus on there. When I looked at your website here, well, let's go to the competitor websites. This is the #1 ranking website for plumbers in Pineville. You could see that they don't have any backlinks, and they're still #1. And they don't even have a lot of keywords. So they have 6 keywords. So if I click on those keywords, you can see they have their #1 keyword that they rank for. So you can see they rank 4th, I guess, behind those kind of generic websites. And this is a paid site called Ahrefs, and it's not Google, so the information is not 100% accurate all the time. It's not updated every day, but it's pretty accurate. Plumber in Pineville NC. So that's what a buyer is actually going to search for if they're looking for a plumber in Pineville. And they do rank. They are the #1 actual business site for that keyword phrase. And you can see there's 30 people searching every month for that. and that's just for Pineville. So, the same thing if you service the Charlotte area, people are going to search for plumber, Charlotte, North Carolina, and that's going to be, if you have that as your keyword phrase and you have that embedded into your content frequently, your site's getting more likely to come up and rank well for that phrase. So that's one thing I wanted to show you. And then on yours, for organic searches, you have 4 keywords that you're ranking for. Oops, sorry for the delay here. Okay, so you can see these are the terms that you're ranking for. The only buyer intent one here, if they weren't specifically looking for your business, Holloway, is the Pineville Plumber in North Carolina. Again, you see the 30 searches per month. You're ranked number 13 right now. So that might have to do with your content and how often you have the keyword phrase embedded into it. And you can embed that into both the language and the pictures. So that's something I wanted you to see. I also just, again, wanted to just touch on backlinks real quick. So backlinks, again, you have 4 links from 4 domains. This is basically, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a link from another website over to your website. It's kind of seen as Google as an endorsement. The number of backlinks you have is going to help, is one of 2 factors that's going to help your business site rank. So it's the number of them, but it's also the quality of them. So Google's going to look to see who is actually linking to your site and how relevant are they as it relates to the search term. So if somebody's looking for a plumber, they're going to look, is it coming from another plumbing website or a blog that has to do with plumbing or something like that. So who the quality of the backlink matters and who it's coming from matters. So they have you have 4 and they have none. So they're pretty easy. They're a pretty easy competitor to beat. So if you wanted to be the number 1 ranked plumber in Pineville, that would be pretty easy to do. And then if you wanted to do the same thing in surrounding towns, it would be the same type of analysis. Or if you wanted to do it for something other than plumbing, if you had another service, same type of thing. So again, no obligation to purchase anything. I just wanted to share this information with you. I hope you find it helpful. If you do need help implementing those, I'd be happy to do it, and I'll leave my contact information in the email. Again, the only thing I ask for is just a reply to the email saying that you watched it and just 1 line of feedback. Thank you very much and have a great day. Bye-bye.